Back with Bobby and JJ Radio, actually Cachet Real Estate Financing Radio. We have our co-host, Mr. Trevor Morton of Cachet Real Estate Financing. We're talking everything financing today.
I like the sound of that, JJ. Cachet Real Estate Finance Radio.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe there should be a spinoff.
I know. Yeah. I need a vacation. So let me know whenever you're ready. All right, so we were talking earlier. If anyone missed part of the show, they don't have to worry. They can go to bobbyandjjradio.com, be a fan of the show. Check out the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Or, you can check out this beautiful man's face on YouTube as well. But let's talk about traditional loans. So there's a couple of ways that you can do. You can get money. You can buy a house. You can buy cash. Very rare. That's less than 1%.
Absolutely.
There's only a few that can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's also conventional, and that can go from anywhere from 3% all the way to 30%
Absolutely.
down. Right?
Absolutely.
It depends on a lot of things. And then there's the stuff that usually happens, especially in the San Antonio metro area. That's VA, because we're Military Town USA, and then there's FHA. So VA is a government guaranteed loan.
Right.
And FHA is a government insured
What about
loan.
USDA?
Yeah.
USDA's government guaranteed on that side as well.
Which is a conventional one.
No, it is not. USDA is a completely different beast.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, and it's geographic in order.
That's right.
In nature.
And actually, conventional is government guaranteed on that side too, because our fine government now owns Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac,
That's
and they
true.
will not release it.
So Uncle Sam's co-signing for everyone.
That's exactly right.
Cool. So let's start with the basic stuff. FHA, Fair Housing Authority. What kind of loan is this? Who qualifies for it? Why would you want it?
So to understand FHA, you got to understand the intention behind it. The intention behind FHA is 100% to allow anybody and everybody the ability to be able to buy a home. You're looking at a minimum down payment of 3.5%, which was the lowest up until about a year and a half ago when Fannie Mae came out with their 3% down, their Home Ready program, which is really nice too. But FHA has a lot of advantages, which we'll go over here, and then a few disadvantages. And I want to speak about the disadvantages first because I want to take it out of your mind as this being a huge disadvantage. What is the reason people say they don't want to go with FHA?
Because
The mortgage insurance?
Mortgage insurance premiums.
And it stays with you the life of the loan.
Which it used to not.
Exactly. It used to drop off after you got below an 80% loan to value.
Right.
Which is the way conventional still is.
So let's break it down for the layman's here. So FHA used to be kind of cool because if you owned it while your house appreciated in value and you paid down the loan, and so that alligator mouth got big.
Right.
As long as that alligator mouth was 20%
Right.
of the total value.
Right.
Then the mortgage insurance premium would drop.
It would go away.
And let's talk about what a mortgage.
How about somebody that had a loan from before? Do they get grandfathered and it would still drop off, or did that change and it stays?
No, it's if you got it from before. I have an FHA that's going to drop off.
Right. It'll still drop off. You were grandfathered in. Anything that was originated after, I believe it was 2009 that it all went into fruition. Anything that was originated after that fact is when it got applied to that.
So mortgage insurance premium is kind of a funny situation too, because it's pretty much saying that after 2008 and when there's so many people just walked away from their homes, the government or the requirement now is that the bank that's giving you a loan is going to put an insurance policy on that loan.
Right.
Because just in case you don't pay it.
Right.
Then they get cash out if you don't pay it, and you pay for the actual premium.
Right.
So they're making you hedge their bet against
That's
you.
exactly right. It's basically a giant pot. It goes in, all this money goes into a giant pot that if we were to have another 2008, that this money would go and fund a lot of the people that get foreclosed on, and we don't have a huge collapse like we did post 2008.
Right. So it's a good thing.
It is in ways, and in my personal...
But you're paying for it.
My personal opinion about insurance is
If
have
you
the
don't
highest.
use it, bring it back.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I mean, but you'll never see it again.
For sure.
Personally, you'll never see it again, and it doesn't go towards anything like principal or interest. It doesn't go towards anything for you. It really just goes in a giant government pot.
So do you recommend somebody that does have an 80% loan to value on the home? Do you recommend that they maybe refinance to get rid of mortgage insurance?
No, you just call a bank, they send an appraiser out there, and it drops.
No.
If they have an FHA loan, is what he's saying. If they have an FHA loan and they want to drop, yes, that would be my recommendation. But here's where I was going with this whole thing: is it's going to take you, if you're putting 3.5% down the minimum, it's going to take you at least 10 to 15 years to pay it down below the 80% LTV.
And who stays in their house 10 to 15 years?
Exactly. The national average right now is 3 years. 5 years, 3 years.
Wow.
5 years was 2 years ago. It's 3 years now. People are
It was
moving.
7 when I got in real estate
Right. And 30 years ago, it was 7.
in the mid '80s.
But you're never going to recoup that money that is going to affect you
Sure.
for FHA. In my opinion, FHA is the best. Now, here are the good reasons. They'll always have a lower interest rate than you're going to get on conventional.
Because Uncle Sam's co-signing.
That's exactly right. VA is usually going to be better than FHA, but not everybody can qualify for a VA loan. You have to be a veteran. So FHA is the next best thing.
Right.
You've got a very low barrier to entry. 3.5% is absolutely amazing.
And your mom or dad can gift it to you.
Bingo, you can get gifted 3% of everything that's going in there, gifted in your pocket, not have to do anything about that with FHA.
And a 640 credit score is really not that great because conventional requires.
That's exactly right. And we can go down to a 580 credit score with FHA.
You're good, JJ?
580.
You're good.
I hate it. I hate it.
So the intention is to open it up to everybody and give very competitive benefits and rates, and FHA does a great job doing it. It's gotten a bad rap in recent years just because of the mortgage insurance not dropping off, but you're going to see the same mortgage insurance in a conventional loan over the same amount of time, and you sell after 3 to 5 years. It's the exact same thing, guys.
You did mention that you were helping somebody get an FHA loan recently that hadn't filed.
Yes. There are programs out there that if you are a W-2 employee, this is countering what we talked about earlier, being a self-employed employee, that you don't have to actually see tax returns for FHA. It can be on W-2 only. So they're just verifying your W-2 income. They're not even looking at your tax returns. This young lady has not filed tax returns in several years, several being 15 to 20 years, fully qualified for this
Wow.
FHA loan.
Did you co-sign for her?
I did not.
Probably. All right. So if anyone is interested in this awesome government guaranteed or insured loan, how can they get a hold of you,
You can
sir?
reach me personally, and I'll be your point of contact at 210-725-1685. You can also look us up online at www.cachetREF.com.